How everybody doing? Right now, I am streaming for the introduction of Moorish philosophy, which is basically my philosophy. And if you look at the description below the video, you can be able to have a full overview and the links that you can basically go to that can advertise my business and what I'm trying to do because in Trinidad and Tobago, it does not have no more science philosophy, or should I say, any form of more science. And we already know that the original people, or should I say, the indigenous people of Trinidad and Tobago is of Moorish descent. And some has been mixed in many different formats according to the transformation from North America, South America, into the Caribbean islands. And a lot of people don't understand that when you do your history and you do your alignments pertaining to the original people and how they traveled, even at the time of the slave trade or the slavery kidnap, then you'll understand why I state what I state according to the bloodline of my bloodline. So that's just setting that record straight. And that is my philosophy pertaining to what I have researched for myself. Some of the information did come from the Moorish Science Temple, some come from the Nuwapian teachings, as well as, Masonic. So that's not my main objective to just try to teach you that. But my main objective is to expand your mind on many different views pertaining to spiritual development because a lot of people don't understand that it's more than just the history and law. You have to understand pertaining to who you are and what you are. And I want to break down the symbolism behind a lot of things pertaining to, saying the Moors. Because, when you're dealing with magic, you're dealing with a lot of things. You're dealing with the mental, you're dealing with the physical, you're dealing with the astral planes, things of that nature. So, in my channel, if you subscribe and you continue to evolve to understand what my philosophy is, you can, if you like what I'm trying to put out, then you can give a free word offering, to my lifestyle because my mission is my life experience and what I can do by bringing some to the world, a new philosophy of the Moors, and try to change it up a little bit because there's a lot of misconceptions in many different ways. And there's a lot of people that's trying to discredit the Moors and the identity of the Moors that kind of like have everybody confused. And I want to set the record straight on that level. So I want to basically just introduce myself as Kevin Eccles, but I'm better known as Hori Hotep, and there's a reason why I put and choose Hori because there's a lot of things pertaining to spiritual symbolism that has a definition in humanity, and nobody in this earth, not even inch times to my account, only if you will spiritually develop that can basically give you those type of descriptions of who you are and what you are if you're not spiritually developed. So I want to basically put in myself because I have developed on my spirituality very, very, very great, and I want to bring those same sciences. I want to destroy certain concepts pertaining to the mysticism teachings, and just to continue to evolve within that knowledge. But also I want to bring about my experiences in this life, because without my story, you would not understand the philosophy that I'm trying to put down or trying to realign to. So my life experiences, is in many different formats. And you can also, if you get my book on Amazon.com, my book is called Operations. And in the beginning, according to the author's introduction, you can basically see a little bit of my um, life experience. That just on a simple level before I got to this level of knowledge and wisdom. And, I had to go through what I had to go through as a spiritual development. So I just bring about a certain understanding. And also, I want to speak on many different subjects because I have what they call a certificate of participation for the emotional aspects of life, and my life experience can also verify everything that I'm gonna speak on dealing with these subjects. I'm gonna bring about the combination with the Europeans, and then I'm gonna give you my philosophy and some of the the original melanated people philosophies according to the information. And it's just gonna be in many different formats. So I want to do this because my main objective is, or should I say, my main mission is try to help people to realize themselves in order for them to really master themselves. Because I think that I have mastered a certain level of myself, and by mastering myself, it takes a great deal of courage, integrity, and development of certain principles that can safeguard your mind from being in disarray of anything that's not within your purpose or why you're here on this earth. So when you protect yourself mentally, you protect yourself physically, and it helps you to really see things in a more different perspective dealing with life. You know, I can I can basically bring about many different things into the purview of the melanated mind because my main mission is for the melanated people because we are the original chosen ones, and science has proved that we are in actuality the chosen ones. So even though we have many different tribes, many different ethnic groups, races on this physical plane, even though there is only one human race, but some pertain to DNA variations, there's only one human being, and that's a fully developed human being because you have to deal with the signs of melanin. So when you're dealing with that, then once you break down melanin and what melanin comes from, then you basically start better understanding what the word hue and man comes from. And once you understand hue and man, then you can develop the understanding, overstanding, and understanding pertaining to these titles that has a lot to do with your DNA. And then you understand what a full developed human being really is. And one of these days I'll break it down in order for you to have a better um, perception of what I'm saying on that level. You have a lot of information on YouTube, on the internet, pertaining to Google, Ask, things of that nature, and it's good information. But some people have wrong intentions and trying to manipulate people. I will tell you straight up, saying that everything I'm doing is my knowledge is for sale. Saying because anything in this world is not really free. You know, and if you like doing something in life, then you'll put your best efforts to try to live your life according to that. And we live in a society that you need funds in order for you to live. So I make this my life in a way that it can help me to develop me. But at the same time, while I'm in the same development, it can help many different people to have a greater understanding and a perception of what they are. And hopefully that them same people that gravitate to the knowledge and understand the knowledge and understand the purity of what you're trying to do, and then your lifestyle that you have to live, people will invest in your abilities. So that's basically what I'm hopeful at the same time because this is what I like to do. I like to express myself, give knowledge, and if you have anything that you can contribute to the mission pertaining to this information that I'm dropping, then you will invest in me in any form of fashion because the investment is not nothing negative. It's just for the fact that knowledge is of the main factor of why we're not developing as a people in togetherness and unity. So we have to understand that the unity comes first. And then once you contribute everything that you're doing to that, to what you're trying to do in life, then a lot of people can basically see that we don't need the Europeans for anything because right now in today's time, we have been caught up with the European perception that we need them for every single thing. And that's how they got the whole system everywhere around the world. That we need the government in order for us to survive. We need the government to basically develop our businesses and things of that nature. And they done made it so to the point that they doing a lot of negative things to try to control your mind and that perception. So I'm the first to say that we don't really need them. We just have to understand how the system works and let it work for us, and then we support each other at the same time. That's the only way we can be able to basically develop. It don't matter if people know about business and things of that nature, but sometimes business can stay within the family, which is the melanated people. And the more that we understand other cultures and how they come together, and then they use their products to give to outside of their family so they can develop whatever they need to develop in order for them to grow, then we have to start doing the same thing. And right now, to me, knowledge in my purview is very important, because then once you gain the knowledge, then you gain the understanding that we need to come together as a people. It don't matter if it's on the internet, it don't matter if it's on any nation, it doesn't really matter on that level, because we have to basically come together as a unit so we can support each other. And you have many functions of that unit that we can be able to maneuver in order for us to get what we need. And some people need information, some people need certain products, certain people need houses, need contractors, construction workers, you need, food, you just need a variety of different things. You need people to control the government. So when you understand that everything is business, then everything can't just be automatically be free like you may think it is, because it doesn't work that way. The society wasn't designed to be like that. It was designed for business, and this is what we understand to be the Illuminati business. So we have to understand the people that's running the system, because it's not the system that's evil, it's the people that run the system. But enough about that. My main mission is to continue to evolve within this knowledge of, the inner knowledge, outer knowledge, which is information, affirmation. And that's basically what we have to gravitate to more than just gravitate to anything that people may think they know. And a lot of people make debates or frivolous debates that doesn't mean nothing, because it doesn't help you to develop anything other than ignorance, because we're ignoring the fact that we need to come together as a people. And the more that we debate and argue about information, the more we make separation probable, because it's another form of conquering and dividing, because ego has arisen to a stature that we have false notions that we better than one another in any form of fashion because of our abilities. But even though through times this has always been the case, we have to start changing that paradigm. Once we change that paradigm, we can destroy that cycle that we've been, you know, falsely accused of us being, too egotistical, melanated people. So the more that we understand this notion of developed minds, it creates great wisdom. It creates great oversight, insight, and then we can be able to evolve to a whole new level. And this is what we're trying to do. This is the type of manifestation that we're trying to continue to um, elevate to. And people have to really just understand how everything comes along as in a cycle. Because in time, and if you do your research astrologically as well as history-wise, you'll start seeing the comparison of the two, and then you can understand the mistakes that we have done. So we must learn from our mistakes, because even though we're living in this world today, in this present moment, we was also living in other time zones, and we all make mistakes, and we have to correct those mistakes in these present times, because sometimes reincarnation doesn't always happen every 10 years or every 20 years. It can happen 1,000 years, 2,000 years, or maybe 100,000 years from now of our reincarnation. So we have to understand that too. So the more that we correct our mistakes mentally and then intentionally, we can basically override the type of cycle that we've been going through in many different life forms. You follow? So that's something that we have to take into account. So I want to say thank you for um, y'all. If anybody that viewed this video, hopefully that this video continue to be shared and it publicized everywhere. At the same time, people can understand where I'm coming from through this introduction. Because when I start coming with my videos, I want you to subscribe and I want you to, acknowledge what I'm trying to do and help me in my mission. Because I need support in many different forms. And if you follow the description below, you'll understand where I'm coming from. You can check me out in many different ways and just support the movement, because I need your support, I need your love, and I need your patience because there's a lot of information I'm dropping. So hopefully that you subscribe so you can, anytime that I come live, you can basically listen to what I got to say so you can basically have a better feeling and better understanding. Not, I don't want this to be no debate thing because I'm not with that. I'm all about development and growth. So much love, peace, and prosperity.